thought we'd make it out. Cause we didn't take the safer route. Now it's ownership and bank accounts. What's the beef, what that cake about? Young and black on that paper route. They never thought we'd make it out.
What's the deal? It's the Rich at Heart podcast. It's the B-Team Mayor Munchie B.
And the princess of the pod, Mariah. And we have a special guest.
We got I don't know his accolades with BMX, but he did it up in the BMX world. You know what I'm saying? He from New Hampshire. He repped that shit hard. You know what I'm saying? I seen him turn up on the Chicago dude. You know what I'm saying?
Don't play with him. He not one of them.
Mr. Plug walking Plugtalk. You know what I'm saying? He do his thing in that world. And CEO of No Jumper, Adam22.
Let's go. How you doing, Munchie?
Cool and shit. It's a long time coming. Everybody gonna anticipate this one for real.
Yes.
Yeah.
But hold on. I ain't trying to be rude. We got hospitality and all that, but I'm just about to get this out the way before we get started. You know, we ain't gonna take no time away from Adam, but all right, to Piggy Rule, Reggie Wright.
Oh. Just watch this clip. I'm so glad I prepared.
Reggie Wright. You got all this little ish to say, numbers and what you don't watch. I don't know how you know my approximate age. I'm 34, I ain't 32. You know, I'm from Inglewood, the podcast with the girl. The girl name is Mariah, you know what I'm saying? First and foremost, get it right. You know what I'm saying? Flacco's offended, he got it twisted. He talking about numbers, he wasn't talking about the bottom line. So over there, No Jumper. And Richard Hart, we doing quite well, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you watching, you know what I'm saying? And I just leave me alone, man. I don't want to go back and forth with you. It sound like you in hospice, you know, you breathing kind of hard, you up there in age, and it's not cool. I'm a young dude. And I respect some of my elders. Not you, but I respect my elders, bro. So just kick back and leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that is. I don't want no podcast smoke. You know, no, for real, because he wanted to talk numbers. And matter of fact, Vlad, I didn't know that Vlad and, what's his name? The one that told.
Keefe?
No, what's his name? Alex.
Keefe D? Oh, Mob James.
I didn't know Reggie Wright and Mob James had a show on Vlad TV on the channel. That's his first and only show, right? Mm. So he talked this number stuff and all that, but I'm like, damn. The show we got on No Jumper, me and Spider, is sitting on the show Mob James and Reggie Wright got. It's early, but we're sitting on what's going on over there, and he got the same amount, if not more, subscribers than Adam. If I checked right, Vlad got 5 million plus subscribers, and I believe Adam do also. So if you compare and contrast, bro, just knock it off, fat boy, man. I don't want no. We're gonna let this be the last round. You know what I'm saying?
And see, the thing with Reggie Wright is like he kind of blew up off telling all these old stories about death row and all this shit. Mm-hmm. And it kind of gassed him into thinking that people want to hear him talk about other shit. But in reality, that's not really the case. Like, he talks about No Jumper. I clicked on this clip. I wanted my fucking time back. I was just like, how the fuck is this even real, bro? Like, this is the worst commentary I ever heard.
Hold on, what'd he say?
It was just like, oh, man, like, No Jumper. They got a bunch of different gangs up there. Like, something bad gonna happen. One of these days, something bad gonna happen. Look here, I tell you what. It's just like, bro, it's giving old man sitting on the porch, and it's just dry as fuck. We want to hear you talk about Suge pissing in somebody's face. We don't want to hear you talk about No Jumper. We don't want to hear you commentate on Munchie's life. It's just like, know your strengths. You're good at talking about shit that happened like 20 years ago that none of us were around for. But as far as you talking about like other shit that is going on in the culture, it's not working.
So basically, if he's not spitting out no death row stories, there's nothing to listen up for.
But who gassed him into thinking that anybody wants to hear him talk about anything besides that shit? It's like nobody asked for this. Like YouTube is being flooded with these clips nobody asked for.
Respectfully, I just want to see unseen Tupac footage. That's all I want to see. I don't care about nothing else.
He can't produce that.
No.
He can't produce
It would
that.
already have been released.
You're right. That's the only thing I want to see. I don't care about any other stuff. I think they came out with enough Death Row documentaries, to be honest. I actually I've seen clips of him from like back, what's his name? Reggie Wright from like back in the day. And then as of recently, his name came back up. So I really don't know much about him, but whatever.
He just be talking.
All right, my ex-girlfriend, Mia, she was online with Suge. I hollered at him a few times. And you know, people would tell you anything like, yeah, you know, say we can do the collect call thing, but I ain't in communicating with her, so I ain't talked to him. But I want to talk to him and ask, what's your relationship with Reggie Wright? And that he's so close knit with people that speak badly on him, like Wack speak bad about Suge Knight. You know what I'm saying? And like, where do they stand today? Where do Reggie Wright and Suge Knight stand today? That's what I would want to know.
I think they don't get along. I think I just seen a clip that Suge Knight just came out with. Because doesn't he have a podcast now?
He got collect call.
Yeah, so I believe he just came out with something that.
And I don't get it because at first his Twitter was going crazy and it was all going viral, and then Dave Mays hits me up and says Suge's Twitter has been hacked. That's not him. Please delete the No Jumper post saying that he said this thing that it was hacked. It's not really him. But like fast forward like 3-4 months, it's still tweeting all the time, still saying crazy shit all the time. So if it is hacked, it's like a very persistent hacker who is just saying things that we could kind of like imagine Suge saying or wanting to express to the world. So I really need to get to the bottom of that.
I think you'll be good at that.
You know what?
Got this mastered down.
You know what I want to say to you though?
Yes. So what are you gonna say?
Me and Mariah.
Go back like babies and pacifiers?
There you go.
All right now.
That part. Hey, what's that show? Whose line is it anyway?
Oh.
Y'all would have been good on that shit.
Whose line is it anyway? What show is that?
What the
Oh, remember that? Why did you used to watch that show? That's like the whitest show ever.
That's what the black guy though, right? What's his name? Wayne Brady.
What was his name? Yeah, I remember that dude. What was it?
Wayne Brady?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But he basically white though.
Yeah,
Wayne Brady?
yeah,
You got white swag.
yeah.
But no, I never watched the show though. It sounded like Who Lines with it. That seemed like some shit that
I haven't thought about that show in like 20 years. I used to watch that shit in high school.
Is that how the show went? You follow up the line?
Well, I was just quoting Old Dirty Bastard to her, but that, yeah, what was that show? It was like,
I don't know. I never
I
watched
forget
it.
exactly what the structure of it was.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying that sound like that would have been like the little intricacies of the show, like follow up the line, like, you know what I'm saying?
People have told me that my whole life.
Yeah.
Me and Mariah. I'm glad that she got my name right. Everybody calls me Maria. So
They only do that because her mom is Mexican, her dad is black. Her mom full-blown Mexican. So if they know the Mexican side, they probably doing it on purpose.
oh, that could be that.
I like it.
Yeah, it could be that.
All right.
How you feeling today though, Adam?
I'm feeling good. Just had a nice scenic drive down Western. You know, I ain't done that in a while.
You see some ass?
No, I didn't see anything that looked like it was for sale. But
Oh, that's for
seen
retail.
a lot of crackheads and shit. You know, some cool,
Yeah, it's crazy now in LA.
a lot
It's
of graffiti.
it is crazy.
A lot
It's
of like streets that used to be like super popping that are like hella boarded up now because I ain't driven by them since like 2020.
yeah, it's like Zombieland. Honestly,
Certain parts are looking a little wretched.
I had on my list to ask you about New Hampshire, right? Because what I didn't know was I didn't know Sukiyana was from Delaware, right?
Wait, really?
I never met no.
I thought she was from DC.
She's from Delaware, bro.
Oh, Delaware. Okay.
Delaware is like the smallest state.
So, well, her personality, like, damn, somebody from Delaware got somebody that produced that, like, you know what I mean? So
We didn't have no Sukihanas where I was growing up.
that's what I was about to ask, right? So, New Hampshire, what was going on in New Hampshire?
New Hampshire, like boring ass suburban town / small city, 80,000 people, right on the southern border of New Hampshire, like right outside Massachusetts. Basically, like a huge percentage of people who live there commute into Massachusetts or into Boston to work. Pretty like not that. There's like a downtown area that was like not really that popping at all, and yeah, it was just a pretty dry place. I was always like more attracted to the like city energy. As soon as I started going to Boston and New York and shit, I was just like, oh my God, I was born in the wrong
area.
wrong
But you're
area.
next to Canada too, right? In New Hampshire,
If you
right?
drive like 6 hours north, you'd be in Montreal.
Oh, nice. But did you ever like? Because I know there's like, isn't that waterfall? What is it called? Oh my goodness, I can't think of it now.
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. There you go. It's like in the center. I know you can reach from New York.
When I was a
some
little
parts of
kid, my
Ohio.
parents took me there like on vacation. One time we like went up around that area because we had some relatives up there. But yeah, when I was in my teenage years, we would go up to ride BMX in Montreal. So yeah, I got a little bit of a relationship to it.
So the BMX chapter started in New Hampshire.
Yeah, when I was like 12, that just kind of became my life. I was just riding bikes every day, all day. It was kind of my like vehicle away from my home life and just like being able to get out
It was
there.
so fucking boring.
It was just boring. / my parents were like constantly on my ass because I was doing bad in school, and they just wanted me to fucking focus and work hard, have a job, and I just wanted to fuck off and do whatever I felt like doing, you know?
Are you the only child?
No, I got a sister who's 3 years younger than me.
Oh, okay. You kind of give me like only child. I kind of thought you was the only child.
Only boy.
Well,
Or the only boy, I
but
guess.
instead, my parents had like my sister to compare me to, who like did amazing in school the whole time, like super well behaved.
So what do they think about like what you're doing now? They like super proud of you that you've.
I think they're pretty into it just because they kind of saw. Like I remember my mom telling me when I was like 14, 15, she was like, "Adam, people with your mentality either end up in jail or like dead or some shit." And I was just like, because I was telling her, I'm like, I don't want to ever have a job. Like I'm gonna figure out a way that I don't need to have a job. And she was just so fucking mad at me for having that kind of confidence.
Also, she basically looked at you like a criminal.
Yeah, she looked at me because I was so much worse behaved than like anybody she had ever. Like she had never had to deal with a kid that was as poorly behaved as me. I was getting suspended like all the fucking time for fighting in school and talking shit, you know, just like getting in trouble.
That's not hard to believe.
Not even like
not.
the worst shit you ever heard, but like, yeah, I would offend people and we would end up fighting in school, or I would like say something inappropriate to like some girl in school or whatever, and she would report me. I was just getting suspended all the time.
That behavior, it lined up right now.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that kind of. I could kind of
believe
see
that.
that. I just feel like now you're comfortable. Like, all right, this is where I'm at with it. Okay, because I want to tackle into like who you are as a like, you know. I think that maybe the internet has a misconception of you, you know, and to a certain extent. And I feel like you've been able to make this work for you, like, you know, being able to, because I've been watching you from a long time, maybe almost, it seems like 8-9 years. So, and you've probably been in this industry for what? How long have you had no jumper?
Well, I did the BMX shit from like, well, business-wise from like 2006 to 2016, and right around 2015, 2016, that's when I started the no jumper thing and just started interviewing
Okay, so
everybody
the beginning then.
I could get my hands on. So, you know, 8 years roughly.
Yeah, so then I
9 years.
discovered you like in the beginning then. Okay, it just seemed like it was, you would have been
So what
doing
you
it
say,
much
like,
longer.
what would be some misconceptions?
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. What made you like? What were you intrigued? Like, what was interesting to you about like hip hop culture? Because I know that's kind of how you started up, like interviewing rappers, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I had always been like a big rap fan, but it was always like rap was just this big thing. Like these dudes are these crazy gangsters or drug dealers or whatever. And like the whole time I was living in New York, I just never felt like there was a chance that I could ever like work with these type of dudes or like do content with them or anything like that. But like I was in the BMX world, I just knew everything about that, and I was able to like really have my own niche in that space or whatever. But I never really even like thought that I would have any kind of way to like tap in with the hip hop community, even though that was like the music I've been listening to like my whole life and like reading magazines and just being obsessed with it and shit like that. But then 2015, we start like kicking it with some like underground SoundCloud rappers just because I had a store downtown and they're just around there and stuff. And I started to kind of go to their shows, and that's like how I got my foot in the door, is basically interviewing all these like crusty ass SoundCloud dudes. And then
I was gonna say they're like underground rappers, right?
yeah, and it was like a way more relatable scene that like I fit in better in, because these kids are kind of like punk rock type fucking kids. They're like dirty, they're moshing, they're like, you know, it's not like when I'm like a kid looking at G Unit or like State Property or Rockefeller, like not having any possible way I could fuck with them. It was more like all these underground dudes who are all around me, you know?
So
Yeah,
that's what
I know.
I'm about to ask. When you left New Hampshire, that's where you got the hip hop influence from, when you like landed in New York?
Well, when I moved to New York, yeah, I kept kind of like getting deeper into it just because I was like such a big G Unit and Diplomats fan and everything. And so I'd be buying all these mixtapes and shit. And like the like I was just online a lot because I was also playing online poker like a shitload at that time, and then running this BMX website. And I would also just be looking at all these rap blogs. And that was just like a huge influence to me super early on, like all the original sort of people that were just like covering hip hop on the internet in like 2005 and shit like that. That was just like super influential on me. And I don't know, I was just always a fan of it. I remember I used to always think to myself, like, there's all these things I'm into. I'm into BMX, I'm into poker, I'm into whatever, and like I actually am kind of involved in those industries to some extent. But then hip hop was like the one thing in my life I was always just a fan of it, and never like could imagine myself being involved with it on a business level or some shit like that. And then like all of a sudden, like 2015 was when I finally kind of figured it out, like, oh, okay, this is how I'm gonna like be able to also create content in this space.
So to backtrack a little bit, what led you to New York?
The BMX scene in like the early 2000s was just
That's the
super
mecca
lit
for
out there.
BMX.
Really, Southern California is the mecca for BMX. It like really came about in the OC and shit. But at the same time, like around the early 2000s, the BMX scene in New York was like unbelievably dope. Like there was just so many pros in these companies and just crazy energy, these crazy ass BMX jams going on all the time. So for me, I'm growing up like 4 hours away from there, and so as soon as I like got an opportunity when I was like 19, 20, I just moved out there.
Okay, because I was gonna ask you, like, I remember Travis Barker having a show, and the BMX scene was like really big out here at one point. Like,
Yeah.
it was a
this
lot.
is where the whole industry is and shit is basically not even LA so much as like Santa Ana.
Okay, yeah,
That's
that.
where, like a
For
shitload-
BMX.
Yeah, like a huge percentage of the companies and shit are from out there.
Thank you. He fixed it for you.
I'll be moving a lot, man.
Okay, so the other day me and Munchie were talking, and I was like, I'm just so interested, like how you were able to like kind of tweak the internet and make it work for you. Honestly, like you were able to. You started at a good time. Where like podcasting, you kind of were like early on in the game.
Yeah,
like,
now everybody thinks they can do a podcast, and like before I started doing podcasts, I was so nervous and overwhelmed by the idea of it because it just seemed like such a crazy, scary concept. Like I'm gonna fucking sit on camera for an hour in front of people. And then like now I see people like young people just like making vlogs, making videos, talking about hip hop. And I was just like, I had so much anxiety associated with that early on, but I kind of got my feet wet doing all the BMX interviews. And then as time went by, I just started interviewing those SoundCloud rappers. And then that just kind of like slowly opened the doors for me to interview like, you know, more like traditional rappers or like older people that I've been listening to when I was in high school or whatever, you know?
So do you feel like with hip hop industry, like you can relate more to that based on like you when you were younger, you kind of said like that's kind of what you've always listened to?
I mean, obviously my ability to relate to it is kind of limited by the fact that I didn't exactly like grow up in it. But yeah, I mean, I definitely have like a lot of like, but my knowledge of hip hop from like the early 2000s and shit is like strictly as a fan, you know, and like sometimes there'll be certain artists like, you know, people talk about Kid Cudi. I'm just kind of like, fuck, I'm gonna be really, I never really listened to Kid Cudi like that, but I remember it being huge, but I was just a fan of rap. So it's
Kid
like,
Cudi has Kick Push, right?
no, that's
No.
Lupe Fiasco.
Oh, okay.
Kid Cudi has one song I know.
Day and Night.
Oh, yeah.
It's another song he has that I know. It's on my phone, but that's it. I don't really.
I just use that as an example to be like, you know, when you're just a fan of rap, you could just listen to the shit that you like, and that's it. And like with me, it's actually like the opposite, where it's like I have like a weirdly intimate knowledge of all these different underground rap scenes all over the country and shit. And like the average interview that I do is like I have to go kind of hard to like refresh my memory of like who they get along with, who that like what's going on in their city, et cetera, because it's just like so many different little worlds that I cover. And then also like trying to pay attention to sort of more mainstream shit. And
yeah, I was thinking that too, because there's a lot of artists that you've actually introduced me to just from your platform. For me watching you from quite some time, I'm like, how the hell did he? And then I'm like, oh, okay, this person's dope, you know, for quite some time. So it's like, do you get to study? Or is like Twitter, like how do you find all this information?
I mean, I have a lot of people who kind of like feed me ideas and shit in terms of rappers to talk to. And then also it's just kind of, I'm subscribed to a million different channels. I follow all these fucking Instagram pages. I follow all these Twitter accounts. So it's kind of just like right in front of my face that like even with just the Chicago shit, it's like there's a rapper that I'm gonna interview Thursday, this dude Vaughn off 1700. And like when I went to follow him, I realized like, oh shit, he like bought promo off us like a year or two ago. And now he's like probably the most popular, like up and coming underground artist out of Chicago. And that shit just like happens so fucking fast. So it's like, I don't know. But to me, that's fun. Like, to me, the signature No Jumper style, interview-wise, is just like, take an artist who's not really that well known yet and like actually do like really high quality conversation with them. That's like the best thing I can aspire to.
I said I wasn't going to bring this up, right? But I'm going to just touch on it, then I'm going to double dutch. I'm going to hop in, hop out, right? I come across on the internet a lot, and they want to throw it in your face. They say, No Jumper was built off Drakeo. So I guess in his early on in his career, or early on when you was doing podcasting, you was doing a lot of Drakeo interviews and covering him. And why they feel that way?
I mean, that's kind of an exaggeration because I interviewed him in probably 2017, and it was definitely like a good interview and probably like his first like popular interview at that time, I think. But to say that we like built the platform on it,
But you heard what I heard before, right? You heard the same thing.
I heard people say that. Yeah, well, I feel like when I think of Who Said It, is like me and Ralphie were like getting into it at one point, arguing and shit, and I feel like he might have said that, but he definitely doesn't mean that like literally. But to be honest, like after the whole SoundCloud rap thing, because that shit was damn near dead by like 2017, 2018, like all these dudes either died or fucking just fell off like pretty hard, besides a couple of people, and then the next thing that was really hitting in terms of like the scene that we were involved in and shit was like Shoreline Mafia, Greedo, Draco, all that shit. So that was kind of like the next wave that we were like associated with.
And I don't think Ralphie said it. I think it was the dude, the big mouth manager, Angel.
Oh, he might have
because I you know you was getting irritated with him. I was like,
yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Like the fans have not seen me trip out on people like that many times, like that like I got real mad at him. We cool now.
No, I know that you glitched a couple times. You did it with you called Beast Whack Parrot. You like you just, he was irritating you, and I see the Angel dude was irritating you.
A lot of times the person who pisses me off is not like, I can kind of deal with whatever from the person I'm interviewing, but then a lot of times they'll just randomly at the last minute want to bring a homie, and that homie can be like the real problem because a lot of times they're not like media trained at all. I just did one the other day with this dude C Hood, and he had his homie with him, and the homie was just
Charlie Hood.
Nah, it's like a dude from Chicago.
Oh
yeah, sorry. There's like every person from LA. There's like another person with the same
that's
name
Trench's
from LA.
News. That's Trench's News.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so we interviewed him, and he brought his one homie with him, and the homie was drunk as fuck and acting crazy the whole time. And the whole time you could just see him getting more and more mad at his friend. And but I feel like that's like a weirdly common thing that like somebody will bring a friend on, and the friend will be like way more annoying.
My homie go shut the fuck up.
And you should have that conversation with him beforehand. Be like,
I don't gotta have it.
This is my interview, so like you could pop in and say some of those shit, but like let me like run this. But like a lot of times the friend does not get that.
Is it hard sometimes, like, when you look back, like, dang, a lot of people that have come up here are either, that you've given opportunity, are either no longer here or in prison. Like, do you ever look back, or is it ever, like, do you ever get anxiety going home, like, hearing so many crazy
Who not
stories?
here? Who in prison? I mean, Draco, he rested.
No, I'm not even speaking on him. It's just a lot of people that have been on the platform.
Even from
just,
the SoundCloud
yeah,
era,
from SoundCloud to now.
There's a million people from like, even like there was one day where I interviewed Mo3 and Young Dolph, and then boom, they're both gone. There was a day where I interviewed Lil Peep and Combat Jack, who's like one of the first podcasters I ever fucked with, like an older dude from New York. A couple years later, boom, they're gone. I was like fully lost track of how many people died who've been on the show. It's crazy.
The podcast, they from the streets?
I mean, it's all over the place from like, because it's always like the dudes from the streets are more likely to die from getting shot or whatever, and then the dudes who aren't from the streets are always more likely to die from like pills and shit. Yeah.
What's his name? He actually turned his life around with Boot Gang. I remember that was a crazy, and I remember watching. I was like,
burnt out.
He's Christian now. He's changed his whole life around.
Good. That shit he was on could have got him shot out here.
Oh man, because he was tripping. Because who was it? He there was a party in LA where he got his ass beat by some dude, and I forget who it was, but it was some well-known street dude. Fuck, somebody told me at one point that the dude who beat him up was somebody you don't want to play with out here. I forget though.
Dang, I just know he got his jaw broke at the Venice Beach, like, and I remember it was on the era, like, he did an interview with you, and he was like, I don't know, whatever he took, he was on one.
I remember hearing he was a Shoreline Crip at one point. They put him on the hood and.
Oh, the Boot Gang?
I remember.
Hold on, where you from? Chicago?
Full apologies,
Florida.
It's not true, but that's what they were saying for a minute there.
He's from Florida.
I'm assuming that is not still a thing.
Oh, no. Hey, but you know, it be people that he might be from Venice Shoreline in Florida. I don't know if they got one out there.
No, I think it was like he got put on out here. Like I don't think he had anything going on with it at first.
He was I think he was just doing stuff at that point in his life, not to bring up his past life, but like, you know.
There probably came a time where he was like, damn, I need somebody to protect me out here.
Yeah, because he
Hey,
was
look, my Venice Shoreline Chris, man, tap in, those times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The
Fact check
comment,
me.
yeah. DM me. I want to know if he's from
But now
Venice
he's
Shoreline.
Yeah, he turned Christian.
Yeah, he's his life is completely different.
But I seen him
good.
fight Supreme Patty. I went and like I like announced a boxing match that he did with Supreme Patty in like 2021 or some shit.
Did he win that fight or Supreme Patty won?
He whooped Supreme Patty's ass. Yeah,
I was gonna say, because
it was totally unfair.
Who
He's
is
like
that?
way bigger than him.
Who is Supreme Patty?
Like an Instagram dude. Like he used to
Yeah.
be making skits back in the day.
He's a white
Squeezing
dude.
lemon juice in his eyes. Yeah, this little white guy.
Hold on, squeezing lemon juice in his eye.
No, I was gnarly. Yeah,
Yeah, that dude was crazy.
it was ugly.
That dude
That's
is
stupid
crazy.
Shit. Hey, me, hold on. I feel offended. Me being shot and can't see shit, and you got niggas running around screaming lemon shit in their eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nah, what's his name again?
Supreme Patty.
I'm never clicking on him ever. That's some stupid.
I don't
ass
know if
shit.
he's even that popular. I just remember at that time he was pretty popular.
Did he lose that fight?
Yeah.
Hopefully, he's a dummy. That was. I don't know. I remember Jackass though. Shit, I used to, you know.
Oh yeah, I used to love Jackass and Bam and all that. Because okay, so that's kind of like.
That was like junior high for me. Like
Okay,
7th to 8th grade, that shit was coming out, and we were all fucking obsessed with it. Like
Jackass?
Yeah.
Hold on, how old are you, bro?
Yeah. I'm 40.
He
Okay.
just turned 40, right?
40.
40.
Okay.
30, 40. Yeah, because I was into that. I used to watch all that crazy, but I knew I never wanted to do any of that. I would never in my life hurt myself like that. It was just funny to watch.
I didn't really watch that. They need to bring Punk back though. They need to do that shit. Like that shit would be funny. And
I think that you could do that, Adam. You could do something like that. You know, a lot of people that we could love to crack jokes.
What's
on.
crazy is that punk shit was real, and then once like YouTubers got their hands on pranks, they just started faking everything.
Yeah.
It's like unthinkable to like do it for real now, right?
How do
Yeah,
people
that is
scrub the internet, right? Because T.I. was on there and he did some questionable snick shit way before the Wheat Tip commercial. And that episode ain't on there no more.
For real?
You didn't see the episode with T.I. on Punk?
How'd they get him?
Man, he was, I don't know if he was at the thing about to get on his PJ and they went through his luggage and there was some bullets in there. And he told me, like, oh, no, he packed my bag. He like, I ain't, I'm like, oh, this nigga tell it.
Whoa, that's smart though, because then he got that case years later for getting caught with hella, what was it, pounds of heroin and shit, and they got him on a crazy ass drug buy and shit.
But I'm saying it was hella embarrassing and he got that shit taken off the internet.
Yeah, he was buying Mac guns. Sorry.
Man, I don't know how they be scrubbing the internet like that.
I don't know.
So okay.
But you could do it though. I tried to look up somebody who had some like creepy charges back in the day, like accusations. I tried to Google it. This shit is fucking gone.
Who, 16?
Honestly, it's just this random fucking dude that you guys would not know. But like, I was trying to find this fucking article, and I'm like, holy shit, you got everything scrubbed. But he never had like a case, so that's probably how he did it.
That's crazy because videos normally recycle. But if you kind of fall underneath the radar, you're kind of probably able.
Nah, but he hired like a fucking legal team that like got that shit erased from Google and shit.
You want to know what I know for sure happened, and it's nowhere on the internet, no trace of it? The game got knocked out at the Fox Hills Mall, bro. Right?
Right.
I know Rosemo, rest in peace, and Ice Burgundy's my boy. I know that happened. It was on the internet, then it was off.
Right.
Like, people be getting that shit scrubbed.
Same with Snoopy's faux fades.
Nah, I got that on my phone.
Yeah, but it disappeared for a long time, right?
Oh, nah, man, Snoopy ain't got no juice. Snoopy sent,
That's the king of Compton. How dare you?
he sent Alex a fake cease and desist, bro.
Oh, jeez.
Bro,
I don't want no smoke with that man.
hey, I'm really praying for Melvin, though.
He told me not to let you talk about him on No Jumper anymore.
Man, listen,
I really didn't know what to say.
Melvin,
I can't control that.
I believe if a person got a gun on you, run.
But you said it
Run.
was fake.
It wasn't fake.
You don't buy it?
No, it was just the real deal. Run, right? Because Spider called the dude that did it, but we edited it out. But run. But to say, fuck your hood, why he put the blick out, I wouldn't have did that. I just would have been trying to get away because who's to say you go say fuck it and he go still smoke you? You know what I'm saying? But any smart person, you can't beat a bullet up. Get the fuck up out of there. You not scary for running. That's why I don't understand Cowboy. Cowboy talking about Rampart when Nipsey got shot. Rest in peace to him. Rampart ran and broke wide. I thought that's what people do when they hear gunshots if they ain't got a weapon.
No, I'll be running.
I think
sure.
anybody will.
Absolutely.
I do love it though when there's like a gun gets pulled out of the function and you get to see like a huge variety of different responses from people. Like some people will like dive and hit the floor. Some people will run. And then like some percentage of people will just stand there and just not give a fuck. And those,
Yeah,
those are
that's
usually
never
the-
smart. That's never
those-
smart.
those are the
Usually
guys
they
who've been
high.
here before, you know?
Usually they high.
Yeah.
they high or they surprised, shocked, and they frozen. They froze.
But at like a party or a club or whatever, if there's even like a hint of a gun being pulled out, you could have a fucking stampede. Just the idea of it. And that's what's really funny is when you see people diving all over each other and then you look over and it's just like a little fist fight type thing and there's not even a gun. But like somebody yells gun and everybody goes crazy.
Typically, what I like to do, if anything breaks, when I go anywhere when there's a large crowd, I'm already looking at like the exit and I try not to be too far from where I can get the hell up out of it, because I'm break off. You got to get up out of there.
Let me ask you something, right?
Yes, sir.
As much as they had, Munchie B hate it. They hate it. Okay. And then I'm at a disadvantage, you know what I'm saying? But I move right. I move around correctly. When you with me out and about, do you feel safe? Yes or no?
Yes.
And we program and we militant and everything be good. And we have a good time, right? Mm-hmm. Right.
I never even like questioned it or nothing like that. No one even is like, I'm pretty alert and on point because from how I was raised too and how to carry myself. But, I don't feel like I have to like second guess or like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, because he got like Minister Farrakhan level security around him at all times, I would assume.
But when I come to interviews or go to know, they expect that too though. Not people like,
who, me? A little Miss 5'2", 110 pounds?
Yeah, exactly. You're like KI.
Hey, hold on.
Hell
No?
Nah, no.
Oh,
Don't even they would take that.
Oh, you look like her?
No.
I'm gonna do a split picture on my Instagram.
Oh, you.
They got a different swag.
So.
That's why I'm laughing, because y'all know this young lady, from what I've seen, she was active.
No, you're not doing that. Hey, look. You said Snoopy said, "Don't let me bring whatever." Okay, good for him. But would you interview him again?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, what are we talking about? I mean, I guess the him getting chased with a gun thing, we got to talk about that. But
ain't nothing new under the sun with him, unless he go talk about Tamia or Tania, not Tamia. Shout out to her girl Tamia, but Tania. You talk about Tania or some shit? Or
Tania. Ugh. She wanted to be on Plugtalk.
She wanted to get that little shit hit, huh?
I should have done it for the story, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. I couldn't imagine myself explaining it to my wife in a way that would make sense. Hey, so we're going to fuck Snoopy Badass's baby mama. She's just going to be like, what?
But he be coming for me on the internet, but I be going like Jazz back, but it's I was faded and I said I got some head. I'm like, I said she gave me some good head on here. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Tania. You know what I'm saying?
How was that?
It was straight.
I didn't condone him to say that. I was sitting here like, wow.
No. The thing was, I was in the studio, I was recording, and I had like a little bar about Tania giving me some head, but I deleted it. I'm like, no, erase that part, because I'm not a clout chaser and she didn't give me permission to do that. You know what I'm saying? So when I was hollering at her, I'm like, man, I had a cold little bar and the song was rocking. She's like, you should have said it. So I'm like, okay, shit, I got permission. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, boom. So I was telling her that story I'm telling you right now. Then I'm like, yeah, shit. Then I just said the name. I'm like, it was Tania. Shit, shout out her. She gave me the best head in 2023. Like, her, and they blew a nigga socks off.
I don't feel like she's the type of chick that would be offended by you bringing that up.
Nah, but yeah, I'm just checking ain't cheating. I ain't no clout chaser. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, but I think that bothered him. So now he, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
shout out Melvin, man. I just take a hiatus, get away from the internet, pop up in a year and a half, and then be on some positive shit. You know what I'm saying? And then go from there on the internet, bro, because the gangster shit ain't working, and ain't nobody bumping those. Ain't nobody turn that Snoopy Badass on. Ain't nobody doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe not where you're at.
Where,
no jumper office. Put that Snoopy on.
Oh, he's trolling. You are a good troll.
I'm serious.
Hey, listen.
Brick baby here. Put on that new Snoopy.
Disappear for a year and a half, 2 years, then hit Adam and try to get a show. And then shit called Evolved. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, 'cause you change. You know what I'm saying? Cut the hair off, get a fade, stop saying blood. You're not a blood no more. And you know what I'm saying?
I found out about a new gang diss from that video too.
Oh yeah, we ain't gonna do that, man.
Oh my god.
He shouldn't have did it. He said it.
Hey Adam, you're a good troll. I just seen it was I'm just gonna bring it. It was a tweet from like Quando Rondo. I think it was on the No Jumper page, and he said he only wanted to surround himself by other Muslims. And you said me too. I'm like, this man just be saying anything. Like
Instagram commenting is an art, you know.
No, but you're funny. Like
no, some people be setting themselves up for that shit though.
Yeah, no, I get it because in his situation what he's going through right now. But I kind of get where I guess he was trying to go with it. But it's him saying me too. Like you are surrounded by different.
They got white Muslims.
Nah, it's not that. I'm talking about where he's work every day at work. Like
I'm sure they'd be happy to have me. I wanted to convert.
Yeah, Islam absolutely.
A good little addition. You got to change some shit.
If Andrew Tate can be a Muslim, I'm in.
Oh, he's a Muslim. I did not know that.
And it felt like he got a whole new fan base overnight.
Yeah, Islam is very welcoming. I know that hands-on, firsthand. Yes.
Maybe less so for women. You gonna cover that hair?
Yeah, honestly, it's different sectors too, so it depends. Like I've studied with the Nation, and then I was in Atlanta, and it's different. It depends, but nah,
I just want to interview a Muslim that actually carried out having 5 wives, and I want to know how do you conduct yourself, and how to, you know what I'm saying, what's the pros and cons, and what, you know what I'm saying?
I can't think of anything I would less want to do in my life than have to pay attention to 5 different women. That sounds like so not fun.
Nigga, you do porn. You got enough dick for all of them,
I
right?
have to fuck them, and then I never talk to them again, or I like see them at parties afterwards, and we're like, oh yeah, how you doing?
5 is a lot.
Marrying them, like you got to take care of them, have kids with them. Like, what are we talking about? I can't.
I've never met, and I know a lot of Muslims. I've never met a Muslim with more than 1 wife.
I can do the poly. I'm gonna get Joe Moses to pull up, because he got the poly thing going on. He got, you know what I'm saying, this little 2 situations. You know what I'm saying?
Does he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Joe Moses, my good people. Everybody go check out Where You From. Me, Joe Moses, a few other on there. You know what I'm saying? We went up on there.
Speaking of your the girls in Plugtalk, Celina Powell happened to be one of my favorite people that used to bring on the. Well, she kind of was supposed to have a show, right?
Yeah, she had a show for like 3 episodes.
She's okay. I don't agree with a lot of stuff she did, but she's like, she has a little personality. She knew how to work the internet. I don't agree with a lot of stuff she did, but I feel like she used to. She was kind of silly. I don't know. I liked her. I don't know.
Basically, she entertaining.
She is very entertaining. She's funny. I used to laugh at her.
I want to know if her little shit good.
Ask Adam.
It's all right.
Oh, it's cool.
She ate my ass. Crazy. like she hadn't had anything to eat in weeks.
Hey, is that right?
Pussy was all right though.
You didn't eat her groceries?
Nah.
Your wife didn't allow it?
I didn't ask her permission. I just wasn't really trying to get in there.
She wouldn't have cared. You ain't got to ask a female. Oh, yeah, you do, because every female ain't with that shit.
She went and ate my homie's ass right after, too.
Oh, my goodness.
That's funny.
She's like, I pulled up on so-and-so, ate his ass.
I should have had the clip ready with Lefty Gunplay. I ain't going to let a bitch eat me out. Man, the homie, we don't even know his homie. He said his name. That fool gay. Who is OT? A Mexican dude named OT. Y'all know him?
OT, that Mexican OT is like Texas rapper.
He's a Texas rapper. He can rap pretty good too.
Rapper.
Lefty wasn't going for it. He said, "Fuck OT, fuck Mexican OT." I'll never let a female eat me out. I said, "Eat you out." You don't hear a dude say, "Eat me out."
Oh no, it sounds crazy.
But you let her eat your groceries.
Yeah, I let her get in there for the camera. You know,
she could never talk shit to you.
That's what I'm saying. She don't seem like she like even thinks about like going against me. Since then,
no, I feel like she's always I feel like she's always showed you.
I'm part of her collection.
Hold the fuck up.
No, but she's always like been. I don't want to call her like a fan, but I guess I don't know how people are gonna take this. But like she's like always seemed like a fan of yours and your wife's. Like she's always.
Let me stop cursing.
Us. We keep it real with her.
So did you aim her that way to eat your ass, or
she mentioned it? So I was like, I guess I got to do this. And you know, I got a lot of like junk in the trunk. I got a big old ass.
Oh no!
So I had to like really kind of
ain't no Diddy
the cheeks and pull them apart to let her get in there. You know?
Wow.
Oh, you're white.
I don't even think I baby wipes. I was hoping that she would find a little speck in there.
So y'all hit just on not no business dealing. You just spanked her.
No, this was on camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nigga, so you don't get prepared? You said you ain't no baby wipe. I know you hop in the shower before you do a scene.
Normally, if a girl, I took a shower before, but like normally, if a girl's gonna eat my ass, I'll go hit my booty with the baby wipe in the bathroom. But I didn't do that for her.
Oh, these bitches is crazy.
I let her just find out what was going on.
I feel like there's not enough time in the day to be as busy as you like. You have a lot to do. So how often do you film your?
Excuse me, I apologize. Disclaimer. A bitch try to eat my ass, I'm a donkey kick you. I ain't with none of that. Nigga, you can go ahead suck the gerb. Nigga, lick my balls. Nigga, lick my balls. And nigga, you know what I'm saying? You go any further, I'm a donkey kick you. And you got to explain to somebody why you got a black eye during sex. All right, keep going. My bad. My bad, sis.
No, it's okay. I feel like I have a million questions to ask you, and I don't think I'm ever gonna have enough time because it's like it's endless.
You forgot your thought of.
Yeah, it's endless because you
back to the donkey kick. Don't try it. Video everything.
I mean, the other question though, like, there's only so much time you can like that anybody has in a given day, you know. So it's like I'll end up doing like 3, 4, 5 podcasts some days, but like most days I'll like do like a couple podcasts, sometimes like 3 or 4 in a day, and I don't know, I'll just do that like a lot, like 5 days a week, and then try to hang out with the kid like Saturday and Sunday. But then a lot of times I end up having to do work type shit during that shit too. But then,
hey, shout out you though, because when we got done the other day, you had came back you went on a field trip with your daughter.
Yeah.
Now that's
Dang,
hard.
how old is she now?
3.5.
Wow,
that's
time
dope.
is flying.
Strawberry picking, yeah, that was fire.
Hey, quick question, because free Crip Mac, he in jail.
Free my boy.
Hold on. What's the name of What's the name of the show you and Lena had?
For the Love of Lena.
For the Love of Lena. Crip Mac gone. Y'all doing the second season of that, right?
No, I don't think so.
I was about to say I could step in for Crip Mac. You feel me?
You wanted to be considered.
Yeah, hell yeah. Ask Tania about me. Ask Ash Bash. They know. They say good things.
I'm gonna.
No, I'm for real.
And he's going to.
But could you? All right. So the question is could you fuck in a room full of people?
Mm-hmm.
What type of confidence do you have to do it? Like, how do you?
Listen.
It's a special kind of guy.
Yeah, because I couldn't even imagine.
Look. Some people got cameras that they uncomfortable and they go soft and shit.
That's
you know
not
what I mean? But my thing is, I'll be all right. All right, look, no homo. I'm gonna tell you where this shit come from, bro. I used to be a jailbird. I used to go to jail a lot, bro. When you going through the county jail and then, all right, bro, we come back from court, we gotta strip down and get completely naked around all these men. Okay, now I'm getting naked, boom, and it's starting to become the norm. I've been fighting this case for 9 months, and I'm like, I could get it naked in front of anybody, nigga. So when females be talking that shit, yo, dick little, I'm like, watch. Like, I'm not
You can get
shocked.
hard in a hurry.
Yeah, and that you gotta be able to do that in porn.
Yeah.
But I get it up. But my thing is that room setting wouldn't be nothing because I came from worse circumstances and I'm like, I hate it here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The worst part is the smell when you're in a room full of
the hygiene wise, I couldn't even
when
imagine.
there's a bunch of dudes who are like naked and sweating and fucking in a room. The smell sometimes would be a little.
So if y'all do like a season 2 of that, consider me to be one of the runner-ups and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'll put you on the list, yeah.
The real.
Everybody's been telling you that.
We'll give you a shot.
Okay, wait. So how often do you film Plug Talk? Oh, no, Plug Talk is the podcast, but
We drop once a week.
porn.
Yeah. It's like a podcast and a porn, only plugtalk.com. We drop once a week, so we got to do like an average of 52 episodes per year. So some weeks it'll be like, some weeks we'll film 5 times in a week. Sometimes we won't film for like a couple weeks straight. You know, it's kind of all over the place.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a consistent schedule. I always thought it was like a consistent schedule. I don't watch.
Ideally, it is. We like to be like way out in front. Like we like to have like 10 episodes already filmed so that we don't have to like stress out about it if we got to go out of town or we can't shoot for a little bit or whatever. But you know, the average of one a week.
All right. So do it ever be to the point where you get home? You and Lena, y'all don't want to fuck because y'all been doing that all day, or it's just like it's like a job now, like, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, we ain't thinking about fucking after we just had a crazy ass threesome and like on camera. It's like we go home and fucking eat and sit on our ass and watch Netflix or some shit. Like,
Right, I can imagine.
It's because you have a regular life outside. I just can't see you have a
having
very
sex
interesting
be
life.
like your job is fucking weird. Like having to be part of your job too, because it's like think about it. You could be in the worst fight with your chick,
Yeah.
and then normally. When you're in a bad fight with your girls is the absolute time that you're not going to be having a threesome. Me and her will be like, we get in a fight in the morning and then we'll have to go and fucking bang some chick together. You really
gotta put your on it.
You
You
gotta
like
just
turn it
it off. You got to just be able to take the emotions you're feeling and just throw it out the window and just try to do that shit. Okay. I never had a problem.
All right, could you clear that? Because I seen Mimo was tripping. Could you clear this up for the Rachel Hart viewers? That was an April Fool's joke.
That was an April Fool's joke.
So,
not gay. Not a homosexual.
So you don't like men
at all.
So you
hate him.
So because he said you didn't put it out there enough. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you play too much. I knew you were joking at this point. You play too
I was
much.
thinking about making a drill song about not being gay. I was thinking like maybe that, because that's like the language that the No Jumper fans speak. They respect rap music, and they never heard me rap. So maybe I got to make a song about not being gay. I wish I had thought of that before, so I could have been working on it. But I put out a vlog where I like talked about it being a prank, but I don't think that really like hit a lot of people's.
All right, I'm about to head to the studio after here. After here, I'm gonna throw on the beat. I'm gonna do a song called No Diddy, and you can hop on there.
See, that's what I'm talking about. But I feel like Diddy's being unfairly smeared as a homosexual.
No. He's for sure gay.
I think he's a fucking freaky frog, but I don't think he's gay.
I think a lot of the stuff is they putting extras on it now, but I believe he's bisexual for sure.
It's possible.
I don't know.
I haven't really like heard any convincing accounts of him banging dudes.
So you don't believe that Rod dude?
No, I think he's all cap.
Somebody else said he was a liar. Who said that? Benzino?
There's a lot of discrepancy.
But Benzino gay, so
I mean, he's the same one who said that Meek Mill was fucking Diddy, which to me, I'm not going. I don't believe it.
But hold on, King Combs, Diddy's son just dissed 50 Cent.
I didn't listen to the No Diddy or the song that King Combs put out yet.
He dissed 50. the bar, like the lyrics that was reading out, it sound hard. I didn't hear the song though.
The song probably wasn't the best song ever in the world, but 50 Cent, I just would not even play with 50
That's
Cent.
the worst is that you read the disses before you hear the song now, because it's like you'll look at Instagram before you get a chance to listen to the song, and then the lyrics are out there, and the lyrics are like more important than the actual song to a lot of people. Like, because like somebody like leaked me Kanye's "Like That" remix where he disses J. Cole and Drake, and like I leaked it, but what I didn't realize was that the lyrics were the whole thing. That like I should have sent it to my team and had them prep the Instagram post with the lyrics before, not just like focusing on like the audio of the song. The lyrics are the whole thing to people now. Like they don't even care about the fucking song.
But the beat was sometimes the beat. If the beat's not that good, it just the beat was it just.
But the thing is too is it takes you like 2 minutes to listen to a song.
Yeah,
And it takes
very
you
true.
2 seconds to read a fucking lyric and say like, oh shit, Kanye said J. Cole get the pussy dry. Like button, drop a comment, move on to the next thing. Like the attention span is so unbelievably short that you have to like quote the lyrics to go viral. Like you can't just put the song. People aren't gonna listen to the song.
Okay,
Fucking evil new world.
I brung up Crip Mac with
Right.
okay, free him like I said before because I need to be getting mad. You feel me? Whatever. But you interviewed Crip Mac shortly after Milk, and that's what Milk was upset about, right?
That was at least part of it. Yeah, I think that was probably the main thing. Which I feel like Milk just give him the benefit of the doubt. Like he didn't realize that I don't give a fuck, and that like just because you're from Hoover and he's from wherever and he'd be dissing y'all, like just because I interviewed you does not mean I'm not gonna interview this dude, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But like everybody around me now, I think gets that. Like Brick would never tell me not to go do content with somebody that he gonna get along with, you know? He would ask that, you know, he don't want to be around if I'm bringing somebody that he got some crazy street beef with. He definitely probably don't want to be around for it, or, you know, we won't even tell him. Like obviously I know who he gets along with and who he don't get along with, so it's like I'm not gonna put him in that position. He don't got to ask me. But like even if I interviewed the biggest Brick Baby op ever, I don't know who exactly that would be, but like he's not gonna trip out on me
I
about it.
assume that would be me though.
And y'all are cool, right?
And that's good. You know what I'm saying?
You're like fake ops.
No. His hood,
Right.
we don't deal with them dudes. But I evolved. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we just bring up 50 Cent. I study him. See, he go get on anybody that align himself with his enemies. Like you know what I'm saying? That stand next to him. I'm a podcaster, just like you said. Like I'm not about to interview him because he don't give him. You know what I'm saying? And I had to like kind of like kick back and not be so street and turn podcasty and shit. But no, me and Brick straight. I put out the little song dissing him and shit, and then we talked afterwards, and then we been straight and shit.
But like me too, like with you, I was just watching your podcast and shit and liking the clips and shit, and I had to kind of check myself of like, yeah, you were friends with Drakeo, but like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, I interview fucking people who beef with other people all the time, and like, I just gotta separate myself from that shit. Like that shit don't got nothing to do with me. You were both willing combatants in whatever was going on. It's like, it's not like he was just getting picked on and he was like a choir boy. You know, he was doing his thing. He was talking his shit, which that's what he's supposed to do. But, you know, I can't blame you for talking shit about him before or after. That's how this shit goes, right?
But we been seeing you. You know what I'm saying? You used to be at his court dates and shit. Me and homie's been like looking at him like, look at this nigga with the tattoos.
I never went to his court dates.
Yeah, you did.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you ain't never been none at Compton Court, none of his court dates.
I've been to the Compton courthouse one time in my life, and it was because some guy tried to sue me because some guy was pretending to be Blueface and scammed him. And he tried to sue me for it, and I actually had to go to court over this.
Oh, I think I remember that.
But I never went to none of Drakeo shit.
So
okay.
for
I know you first DM'd me because I made the video talking about his case and shit.
Right, and I
But it might have been the wrong.
no.
tattoo dude.
I talked to you about the DM earlier. That was probably Nisha. No, yeah. No, but no, I might got it twisted.
Yeah, it might have been somebody else on.
Yeah.
You probably got other white boys that were coming through. Why the fuck were you at his court date? Oh,
Yeah, showing moral support to the homie Pops. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
my fault, yeah.
So yeah, no, that's all Gucci. Yeah, but nah, me and Brick today, we straight. We straight. Me, you, and Brick, we have to just do us three one time. You know what I'm saying?
let's do it. That'd be dope.
Yeah. I don't know if he could take the scrutiny in the comments though, but I don't care.
Shit, he sat down with Big Deal, and it seemed like nobody gave a fuck. So that was cool.
I genuinely just want to say this: the day up until we went on No Jumper, I came separately, but I was so nervous of how this was going to happen, like, because I know how, the friendship that you have with Draco, and then just what questions were gonna come out. But it ended up being like cool. I think you got to see a different side of him. Obviously, but I was nervous.
I mean, honestly, I'm just used to it now because especially with the Chicago shit, like I be interviewing, like I like King Von. I'm like interviewed all these dudes that I'm considering myself cool, like damn near friends with a bunch of people that fuck with him, and then I interview other people who've got all kinds of crazy lyrics, shitting on him. That's just how shit goes, right? Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, I can't involve myself in that. Like, I'm a fucking, when you look at like the video footage of like Israel and there's all the wreckage, it's like I'm the guy with the press vest. I'm like trying to be the one dude who can be in these waters and not have to choose a side or.
So you try to be as neutral as possible.
Yeah, I mean, it was goofy as fuck for me to act like I'm somebody's day one homie. Like I should be.
So you was on some goofy shit early on then.
I think it was goofy. I don't think it was goofy because I think it was very like common sense for me to not want to interview like his direct ops like right after he passed because the optics of it would have just looked kind of crazy, especially somebody who was like dissing him after he died and shit. But as time goes by, it's like I just don't think that's not for me to have that kind of relationship with anyone really,
Cause or when I don't even like saying his name, but he asked you the question like, why you don't interview Munchie B? And when you said what you said, I already posted it and I put it on my Instagram. And I put a caption in something like, oh, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? I respect it, you know what I'm saying? And you ask stupid questions, you go get stupid answers. Because I know people would do some shock value questions and try to trigger me to say something crazy about them, you know what I'm saying? And then I heard a female earlier, last week, you said I never said that. I would never, you know what I'm saying? I never said that. But where was I going with that shit? Damn,
You was getting somewhere. I felt like we was rowing the boat somewhere.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. But shit, man, I forgot it. But no, shit, cool. I be trying to ignore especially the internet beef, but niggas be coming for me, bro. The loose cannon dude.
Oh man.
All I did, I went to No Jumper and I was really directly talking to Adam. I said, Adam, this is your shit. You was kind of wrong for letting it come out, but y'all know y'all got that no edit rule. And I was just saying, like, cause he was incriminating people and implicating this and that, and that ain't cool. And then he came 3 months later. He came at me or whatever, and he ain't never stopped. So me, Spotter Loke, and Brick Baby is his sons.
That's what he's saying, yeah.
Right. He wished us a happy Mother's Day.
I don't know.
I had a talk with Wack. We said we ain't gonna be bringing each other up. No, we had a good talk with him.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's great.
I'll be one of these internet beasts, and you got Snoopy Badass. I think it's the Tania thing giving me head, but get over it. Like my first baby mama's a rat. You know what I mean? Go find her.
I mean, she got a Sava White Underbelly interview talking about sucking dick on the stroll. The fuck does he care if she sucked your dick? She sucked all kinds of dicks.
I don't know, but
No offense. Like, I mean, if you're selling pussy, I mean, yeah, you're probably gonna suck a dick or two too.
But did she do it good though? She does it well. So that's a plus. But man, get over that, bro. I got a baby mama that's out there in Lancaster, Palmdale. Ask your boy Brazy Joker about her. They from the same hood. You could go get her. I don't care.
He offers his baby mother off every episode, and I be telling him, stop saying that.
I don't care about her.
I tell him all the time, stop saying that.
Look, Snoopy be around this dude from Village Town, Paru. That's from my baby mama hood. He know who she is. Go find her. She in Lancaster, Palmdale somewhere. I don't care. Nigga. We even. Nigga.
I wish I had a baby mama. I hated it. It sounds very exciting.
I just don't care about her. You know what I'm saying? Like, do your big one, but leave me alone, Melvin. I don't want to have an internet beef with nobody, though. You know what I'm saying?
I have a question. Does your wife ever get nervous for you, like for the type of content that you do, like with the interviews and stuff? Does she ever get scared?
I keep her in the dark for most of it. She ain't really on the rap internet. All the shit that we know about, she don't know about, like, almost any of it. It gotta really, really get to, like, a certain level for her to even, like, notice it. She's off in, like, mom world / like, she pays attention to the porn industry and what's going on with all the OnlyFans girls and shit like that. But she don't really, like... She don't get that excited about it.
I'm not mad at you for keeping her out.
Yeah.
It could be. I'm a stress case as is, so I can only imagine.
I used to tell her everything, but now it's like there'll be the craziest beef thing going on in No Jumper, and I'll come home like, hey, how you doing? How was work? Good. Yeah.
You know, you got gang members.
Leave it alone. Yeah.
You got gang members and you got content members. Because gang members want to leave their girlfriends and their mom in the dark. Let them not. He want to leave laying in the dark. He's a content member for real. You gang with this content.
I mean, it's just like, it's going to stress her out more than me. So I just won't tell her because it's like, I'm not stressed about it, but I know if I tell you, you're going to be stressed about it.
Yes.
You know? I feel like I got it under control. I might be lying to myself.
So was she walking around the mouth or a little bit running? Was she walking around the house mad and looking at you like, you better do something, Adam? Fuck them up. Because T-Real and Smack disrespected your daughter. You know what I'm saying? I think they shouldn't have did that. I was out of bounds. But I know she got wind of that though.
Right. I mean, I actually don't know if she got wind of that. She might have. And either way, all she was going to do is just like shake her head and be just like, damn, that's some lame ass shit.
Right.
But I mean, if you looking at them, I mean, they both handicapped. They both ain't gonna shoot none. They both ain't got no squabbles. So it's like they gotta do that. Like they only got nothing else to go to. You know, that's all they got.
I didn't mean to laugh at that shit, hey, bro. But I just stay off the motorcycles, bro. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
They both fucked off the motorcycle.
I'm not laughing at
T-Real got
anything.
put
I'm
off
just,
the motorcycle.
Y'all are crazy.
No, I ain't crazy. No, cause I don't know T-Real, but I know Smack. I ain't never met T-Real, but I know they both fucked up off the motorcycle.
Smack the kind of dude to point the gun at the camera on live. Man. That's all he gonna do. He ain't on shit.
This pod shit go crazy. You'll start beefing over podcasts and content shit for real.
No, it's crazy to be like a podcaster who like talks tough, but then really don't got nobody who's gonna do nothing for you like T-Real. Cause like his whole life, his brother was the one like beating people up for him and doing shit for him.
The big little brother.
Big deal, yeah. But now like he don't got him to do nothing for him, so he just out here just all alone.
Hey man, I wish they as brothers I wish they could have kept that off the internet. But then again, everybody they put that content shit first. And Smack, bro, you my boy, but you should have hit the camera or you should have, you know what I'm saying, intervened. You know what I'm saying? Being like you, the mutual dude in both parties. You know what I'm saying? I put that on Smack. You just sitting there being quiet. And you letting them like hit below the belt and say shit that they can't take back. You know what I'm saying?
But the fire Smack content was the thing where Charleston White was like telling T-Rail, fuck your dead homies.
I was just thinking about
that. And all that shit. And Smack's just like, yeah, get him, Mark.
I've
never seen nothing like that.
And to Smack, it hit Smack in the face. He wasn't expecting to say fuck Slim 400. Because I'm close to Slim and Smack is too.
Yeah.
So he didn't expect that. Now he said somebody that's dear to you, and now you looking dumb.
Right. You can diss the kids, but don't diss Slim.
Nah,
crazy.
I don't disrespect kids though.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. I don't know why. To me, that's like a huge sign of weakness. Like if you get in an argument with somebody and the first thing that comes to your mind is to diss their kids, it's just to me that's like, oh, you don't really got the verbal ability like to do battle. Because I never would even think of doing that to T-Row. Because I could pick him apart with words and I can break down his character. I'm Kendrick, basically. Feel like a retarded ass crippled Drake. But like I can pick him apart with words. I don't gotta talk about your kids. Like your kids are great. The kids been to the parties at my house and shit. They're awesome. You know, it sucks that they gotta grow up with some fucking bogus ass parents. But
does it hurt you more? And I don't know if hurt is the best word, but I know sometimes you no longer are friends with somebody, you outgrow a situation. Is it like because you guys were, he's been around your family, obviously, or like family parties, the kids been around? Does it like kind of like upset you a little bit or hurt you? Like, damn, that's
probably
weird.
only AD.
But AD and the T-Rail thing hurt a little bit, but it was just because like, like they really like swore up and down that they were like my friends, like, and that, like, even if we aren't working together, even if we go our separate ways business-wise, we always gonna have love for you and be thankful for how you changed our lives and all that shit. And then as soon as they got an opportunity, they fucking painted these crazy narratives about me and stuff. So that's why, like, there's almost nobody that I really probably have, like, a lifelong grudge against, but I would probably put them in that category just because I feel like I never had anybody do some host shit to me like that. And they both act like they're, like, real ones, or, like, they're, like, really good friends.
Hey, but see... AD never really wanted to go hard on you or nothing like that. I could tell,
But AD does the shit where he plays the victim like hard in every situation, and he just like he didn't like hate on me super directly, but he painted this narrative that I had like really screwed him over and undervalued him and treated him poorly, even though he's not capable of actually naming any ways in which I treated him poorly. So to me, like with him, even though he never really like talked shit the way that some other people did, I still kind of just have that grievance against him for trying to make me look a certain way when realistically, No Jumper took AD's career from the grave and resurrected it, which was not something
I don't think he denied that though.
Yeah, but he likes to lie and act like his music career was like still kind of going in 2020 when in reality everybody knows that like his shit had been ice cold for years and years and years. And then we kind of brought him back from the dead, and then he repaid me by totally just doing some Judas shit, you know?
Hey, I know this sound bad coming from men, especially gang members. I think his feelings was kind of hurt because if I got it right, he found out some shit behind the scenes, and it should have really came from you instead of off of Reddit or Lush, exposing it to Reddit or however it went.
Yeah, it was a little bit of that.
I think he his feelings was hurt. You know what I'm saying? He said he was getting ready for your wedding, and you know what I'm saying, getting suits and all that little shit. So I think the homie ain't soft because I'm cool with AD, but like. You know, we don't want to hear my feelings was hurt, but I think his feelings was gonna hurt though.
But it's normal. I mean, y'all men have feelings. It's okay.
But the thing is that
okay.
his feelings weren't actually hurt. It was just like a useful thing for him to say on the way out to make it look like he was the victim. Because that's one thing that he's like really, really good at. He's not really that good at podcasting, but he's really good at playing the victim.
Oh, so what if they came out with some shit called Surviving No Jumper? You gonna have?
They've been doing it for like the last year. People got sick of it.
I'm talking about the official thing.
Oh, I know.
Then everybody that left.
But I feel like no Jumper is not like what has No Jumper done to anyone besides like help them glow up their career and like I can't think of anybody that has like an actual complaint besides House Phone getting exposed for the whooping the.
Yeah.
All right. Do you feel like you was wrong for that?
It was careless of me for sure to like I probably should have just scrapped it in general. Mm-hmm. I told the editor to edit everything out. I probably should have done like a full review of it to make sure that it was edited properly, because that's really where it went wrong. Is just that we decided to put the thing out anyway, and then not like he edited it, but he didn't edit it good enough to like totally make it so you couldn't tell who he was talking about. You know, who
was his girlfriend at the time? That's a part of the community. What's her name?
What was her name? Illa.
She down as a muff. She was because I don't know if I would have got caught with them same allegations. With my girlfriend baby mama still be rocking with me, like, and she was standing on business and trying to go hard on you about outing them. You know
I think that was a big part of why he ended up leaving No Jumper, was because like it was one thing for him to be dealing with people talking shit, and it was another thing to have his girl like putting pressure on him, basically like, how could you fuck with Adam still when this shit happened, you know?
Illa. She's still over there with Community?
I actually don't know.
Is she cute?
She alright. She look alright. I never seen her in real life.
I wonder is they still together?
I don't think so. But maybe, I don't know.
No, I know. I liked it that how she was standing on business for her dude though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That shit stood out to me. I'm like, okay, check her out.
Yeah. She had a rant at one point. She had a whole little wrestler rant. I remember that.
I mean, being an observer, like, it's easy for people to point the finger and do all that. But if I'm going to be completely 100% honest, I feel like you have helped a lot of people and give them the opportunity, whether they're just coming up there for an interview or giving them the mic to have their podcast on your show. So to be fair, I would think that I don't see no type of like Surviving No Jumper type thing happening. Just being an observer, like, just to be 100% honest and not just.
Did you see when Gina was saying?
I was about to
just
say
shaking?
that. I was about to give you an example. Gina
like,
said
I was shaking.
every day she went to work up there, she was uncomfortable.
I've never seen that.
Oh, that was the funniest shit.
I never seen nothing bad about Gina
that
either.
Was so funny.
No, it wasn't nothing bad about her.
It
was her. She was talking about her experience at No Jumper and how she didn't feel safe when she was at work.
I'm gonna say this, okay? Sometimes it could have been because she's in the environment she's around, right? Like, you're doing all these men and hearing all these crazy stories. Eventually, as a woman, if you're gonna be like, shit, like this is getting crazy. Maybe just hearing, you hearing different stuff. I hear.
Is she a Crip or something?
Hey, hold on. Put it like this. Hold on. I'm gonna keep in mind. Keep in mind. She's a girl. But I know the community she grew up in. She's not a Crip.
Right, but she's
know what I'm saying?
She's from around.
She brought them dudes up there, Tune 5 and Uzi, right?
Right.
I know Tune 5 and Uzi, those my ops, and them little dudes, they get busy.
Right. If you ever hung out around Tunchi 5 willingly, you are not allowed to say that No Jumper as an environment scared you. Because that's an intimidating
Maybe
individual.
it was like her, like a mental health type thing, like
shout out
Tune
Anxiety,
5. Like
Tune 5, that's
type
my son.
anxiety type.
This is a
maybe.
hip hop podcast. There ain't no mental health.
No. That's the problem. That is the problem. They need to address that, because.
Nah, for real though, I fuck with her. Like, actually, like when I think back to the interview I did with her and shit, I got a ton of respect for her. So it's like it did like kind of hurt me when I saw her like saying that shit, because she's just doing the same thing with AD. She's doing her little victim act because she knows it's the only way she can get people to pay attention to her. But I respect her and I got love for her. And one day she gonna be like, Adam, I know I talked all this shit about you for no reason, but you really helped me a lot in my life. Like if she can't do something with the No Jumper cosign that she got, where we had her on that platform day in, day out for years.
Hofessions is rocking though. Hofessions is hard.
For sure. I'm sure it is. But
and I want to go on there. I don't think she want me on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good though. I like you.
Drakeo agent.
No, not. I think it's her community she grew up in. That's all. But I don't hold her against her. I like her content, and you know what I'm saying. I like it.
I thought it was dope to see a woman on there, like, and the way she carried and conducted herself. So that was pretty dope. So I think I've kind of heard a little bit, but not.
To this day, we still haven't really unlocked finding a female co-host that the audience like 100% loves. Like we actually have some potential, like Zan Princess or Tico Texas. I feel like the people fuck with them, but it's like for our audience in comparison, like we found AD or T-Rail or Sharp, or like we've had a lot of people who kind of like started podcasts on No Jumper and got popping, Flacco, Almighty, all these different people over the years, Brick. But for us to find like a woman that the audience really 100% fuck with, and one who's not like honestly, our audience fuck with Celina Powell, but that's different, right? Like
that's different.
That's like a different thing, Like I feel like if our audience to fuck with a girl long term, it can't be because of some messy shit or some slutty shit.
I was gonna say you have to be a female that's not like. Yeah. You cannot be trying to jump on a dick instantly. You cannot do that. You got to be strictly business only. Like
I'm gonna tell you the plus about Gina. Gina got a gang of hip hop intellect, and it's a hip hop based platform, right?
I make rap. That's her slogan.
No. She put together ciphers. She know the rappers is up and coming. She know like she and then she give you homegirl vibes. You know what I'm saying? So if she is the only girl around the dudes, like, you know what I'm saying? So it did kind of like when she said she felt unsafe. I'm like, shit, man, I know the Crips you be around. Like,
that's why
you
that's
sure?
why I don't think anybody really took that too serious. I mean, normally an accusation like that would make some noise. But I don't think anybody took it serious, right?
I don't even know her personally at all. I just only know, and I respect what she's doing. I just think that maybe it was like, stressing out, or like, I don't know, like maybe just.
Hey, look, my sis on her mental health tip.
Yeah.
She you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, you and Charlamagne need to talk. Like,
I read Charlamagne's book. I'm an avid reader, so I read Charlamagne's book.
Which one? I read one of them too.
The first one that came out, Shook One. Is it called Shook Ones?
I can't remember.
I can't remember. It's been years since that book dropped.
The one I read had like black in the title.
And
something
was
about
like
race
this?
in the title. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I forget what the name was.
I aspire to be on Breakfast Club one day as a guest, right? But Charlamagne, you cause a lot of mental strain on people, bro. Black
privilege, and I think there's another one called Shook Ones though. After that, if I'm not mistaken, I think so.
You're talking about the old Charlamagne.
Yeah, but he woke now.
Yeah, he's different now. Yeah.
Come on, bro, you made Lil Mama cry.
But that's the old. You got to see the new Charlamagne. He's definitely changed. He's much more. He
realized at a certain point that he kind of needed to fall back with the crazy shit. The world was changing all around him.
Okay, but hold on. Did he fall back because he was going to work and chased out the station, or he was hurting people? You know what I'm saying? Like, he was hurting feelings. Like,
but I think it also was the renewed interest in his case from back in the day with some girl and shit. Like, I feel like people don't really talk about it, but that changed the trajectory of what Charlamagne was doing and building, because he used to be like really on some shock jock shit. But it's kind of hard to be the shock jock when you also have people calling you this, that, and the other thing,
So all this shock jock shit niggas doing, man, Wendy Williams pioneered that. Wendy Williams and she that her understudy was Charlamagne. So then,
I look at like Howard Stern, but Wendy Williams for sure. She in that category as well.
Howard Stern was something else too.
You know how many rappers want to knock Wendy Williams out?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I never listened to her like that, honestly.
Nah.
But I would see some clips here and there.
Tasha K trying to still a formula, huh?
Tasha K's a messy one. She got love for me though, so I fuck with her.
No, she messed with some mutual people. I don't know her, but shout out her.
You don't do a lot of interviews, huh, Adam? As far as like for you being interviewed, like personally.
Here and there, it's weird because it's like I want to do interviews usually just to show love or whatever. But then like also I kind of feel like at times it's like, well, if I like, it's like me like going and doing an interview, like, all right, after my girl did the scene with Jason Love, I went and did like Bradley Martin's podcast and it got like 600K or some shit. But like, that's like because I had something crazy to talk about that people were like, that was real viral at the time, you know? And it's like, sometimes I'm like, I went to New York one time, I did like 10 podcasts in the course of like 3 days, like went on everybody's show. And then like, I was just like, that probably was like useless. Like I could have done one of those. Like at a certain point, you don't need to do like a million fucking podcasts. You just need to like, if you have something to really talk about, you should probably just do like one and put all the interest on that podcast. But then you want to do it to like just show love and like network with people that you talk to online and shit like that, you know?
So
go ahead, Munchie.
No, do your thing.
I was gonna say, because it seems like you've already got this stuff figured out. Like you kind of figured out how to like work the internet when it comes to the podcasting and interviews. And I've been like watching, and I can't say that I never not watched. Like I've watched and studied, and I'm like, nah, you can't even be mad. Like you've kind of figured this out for real. I think that you can't be mad at it. But I mean, it's nothing to be mad at, because I've seen a lot of like, as of recently, like I know Vlad had got into it with the lady about the whole Kendrick and Drake thing, and I know they were coming at you a little bit. Like, what is your take on that? Like, what do you feel about that?
I mean, that specific case, it was basically like me and Vlad had the same experience during the Kendrick and Drake thing, where I was kind of like trolling / like saying things I knew were inherently controversial. Like when he put out Euphoria, Kendrick, I said like, man, Kendrick just rapping. Like this shit ain't gonna do nothing to Drake, which I do think that was accurate. Like it was a whole lot of Kendrick rapping. It was a lot of him warning Drake, hey, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna do this. And it was him rapping his ass off. But like, we're in a battle. It's like, my point at that time was basically like, if you want to beat Drake in a battle, you're gonna have to fucking bring some shit to the table that really like materially affects how he's viewed by the public. And to me, having that opinion is not something that like is born of my whiteness at all. That's just like a pretty obvious hip hop opinion, I think. If anything, I almost didn't tweet that because I thought that it was so obvious, and I got like every fucking person on earth.
You said, what about your whiteness?
Like me thinking that Euphoria was not like a great Drake diss. I just don't think that that's really like inherently like revolving around my whiteness. That's just that's my opinion as a hip hop fan. But the Vlad one was way worse because all Vlad said was like, this Kendrick song needs a better mix. He said that like, this song was not like mastered correctly or some shit like that.
Dang,
and they went crazy on him. And I'm like, that is not even like that opinion doesn't even have anything to do with hip hop. That opinion is just, this song was produced poorly. And they got on him, and the chick he made the mistake of responding to one chick and saying,
I think they heard it.
The lady from Princeton.
And telling her he was going to get her fired from her job.
Yeah, because she was a teacher.
But he made himself such an easy target right there because he was saying something that fills people's idea of a Karen. You know, black people hate the idea of a white person that's just going to call the cops on them for whatever and like exaggerate shit. Like a lot of black people have an experience where they've dealt with somebody who basically tried to pull that shit on them. And I think a lot of people like saw Vlad say that and they were like, bingo, this is exactly the kind of person we
Vlad
thought
is
you
a
were.
Jew and Drake is too, right?
True.
So they might got that type of connection.
Yeah, I guess.
But possibly. I think everybody thought in the beginning that Drake was
It felt
behind.
that way.
Like,
it felt that way until that like the not like us. That changed everything.
That's what took the lead because in the beginning he was losing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And what the funny thing about all of it though is that almost everything that they said about each other ended up being fake.
Nah, not everything.
Allegedly,
a lot of it.
That 11-year-old daughter
with
thing?
that girl. The 11-year-old daughter fake. Drake is not a pedophile.
But what about Dave Free having a baby with?
That's fake. Academics just admitted that that's fake.
Oh, so hold on.
So every big deal reveal thing in this ended up being fake. So it's kind of like I almost want to say like this is not really like a thing where Kendrick may have won, but in terms of like what was brought to the table is more or less like a draw. Like you both made some cool music, but like normally when shit gets brought to the table, if it's not true, that makes you look pretty bad. But they both are guilty of that.
Hey, I just said it was a draw. Everybody go check out Bottom Line. I said it was a draw. They gave us an interesting 2 weeks.
Hell yeah.
And I think it was way more interesting than Nas and Jay-Z back then.
Right.
Maybe because I was a kid, I couldn't really appreciate it. But it was way more interesting.
Yeah, no, that was incredible. Especially in like hip hop, we like are kind of used to saying that it's like been kind of boring the last couple of years. Like it's not as exciting as it maybe was at one point. But like when you talk about 2024, you're pretty much gonna have to be like this was a year of some unbelievable beefs. The Quavo and Chris Brown thing.
Yeah, that was random. That came out of
A
nowhere.
bunch of shit like that,
Hey,
you know?
Chris Brown go get up on Quavo. You see him, he go whoop him out, bro.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter. Hopefully he don't, but I'm a realist.
Nah. Yeah.
They said they called Chris Brown King Chris Brown Vaughn. They said I'm on whatever King Chris Brown Vaughn is on.
You definitely got that energy for sure.
Oh, Chris Brown, he just ain't a singing nigga, bro.
Yeah, I've never
I
got.
think, bro, somebody that's on stage performing for all them hours doing backflips and shit, he got a lot of stamina. He can beat your ass for an hour.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Come on, bro. Niggas be
Me
sleeping
and
on
my girl
breezes.
were arguing about that the other day because she said that what Taylor Swift does every night is harder than what an NBA player does. In the sense of like, because Taylor Swift shows are like 3 hours long and she's running around singing the whole time in high heels.
I was gonna say what kind
And
of
she kind of made me believe her. Like after we argued about it for a little bit, I was like, all right, you got a point.
I gotta see I gotta see what
That's
Taylor
what I'm
Swift
about to
does.
say.
It is insane.
I gotta see what she does at her shows, and then I can answer accurately.
I mean, what NBA players do also to me is like the most impressive thing in the world because I just can't imagine doing cardio for like 2 hours straight like that. But she made a good point. She's like, they get swapped in and out. You know, it's
halftime.
It's
Refer-
not as
Timeouts.
intense. You know, whereas she's the sole person out there for 3 hours. I was like, damn, yeah, you are right.
That is an interesting conversation. What made you guys talk about that? Like, that's very interesting.
It's true.
She's just always dick riding fucking Taylor Swift, talking about how great Taylor Swift
She's
is.
a Swiftie.
She's a hardcore Swiftie. It's so annoying.
I need to hear her songs.
I only know one good Taylor
Her
Swift song.
music is amazing.
So she got upbeat music to where she got to cover the whole
a lot of like
stage.
real pop type shit and a lot of like kind of slower shit. Yeah.
I only like that song by her called Trouble.
Yeah. What about?
That's
Shake
old.
It off. Shake it
I mean,
off.
you hear that at the stores though, so it's like you can't even escape that. Like, if you're gonna go find something, I like to find music that's not like I'm walking the grocery store.
She
and
got
hear
a
it.
lot of songs on the new album that has a lot of swearing in it, and my kid sings along to it. So like I'm hearing my kids sing like I don't give a shit, and my kid doesn't know what it means. So that's kind of a new thing for me.
I know this much. These R&B niggas is way tougher than these rappers these days. I put up 3 R&B singers against 3 rappers squabbling any day.
Right.
Like,
Yo,
for real.
You want a narrative?
Uh.
My boy Swamp Stories is calling me out on his Instagram story today saying that because I was basically like acting surprised on a podcast when somebody was saying that the murder rate was like blank in up north or in Georgia or in Atlanta or whatever. He's basically like Swamp Story is trying to push the narrative that LA is soft these days, that nobody gets killed in LA anymore. And I'm not really like I don't fucking pay attention to the murder rate. I don't know. But he was like getting on me for saying like for basically like not acknowledging that on the podcast.
Swamp Story, he cover a lot of stuff and it should be incorrect.
Yeah.
He say a lot of stuff that's like
I've heard you. That's what I was. You said that, right? That his stuff is accurate. Inaccurate. He doesn't show his face either, right?
Nobody
we
knows
don't-
what he looks like,
No one
nah.
knows he does. I mean, no one knows who he is.
look, the people that got them real numbers is people like Alex. Alex, he a number guy. You know what I'm saying? Like with the statistics and all this, and then he deal with
Alex and Adam, or Alex, because sometimes you be in the names mixed up.
Not, but see, and then there's a lot of people get killed. You don't hear about it. They don't even post about them.
Oh, you're talking about this? Okay, yeah.
So
Alex.
like I'm talking about like that Swamp dude don't know what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
To me, it's kind of like a cryptic, demonic fucking metric to obsess over. Because like, shouldn't we all be kind of happy if LA is in a place where
I was
people
gonna
ain't
say
getting
what
killed
I would
nonstop?
I would think that's an amazing thing that if the crime rate went down, but if he's not from like where is he from? Because he's covering stories everywhere, so he could just all you have to do is find contact from each channel and
I
just
think
put a
he's from
story
the
together.
Bay, like somewhere up there.
So that's why you want to compare.
I can get that, yeah, because he does cover a lot of north
Yeah.
and stuff. But you could just grab content and put a story together.
But they always want to do that. Like that's like the arguments that they try to stir up is like, oh, San Diego ain't active.
No, they begging in San Diego.
But that's what a lot of channels will say. I see the comments.
But there's a lot of arguments about that. That's why they ended up doing an episode with because Sharp and AD were arguing about that, and AD was basically acting like San Diego wasn't active.
But see, AD never been to the penitentiary. So like when you go to the pen, it's like college. Everybody gonna be there. Dudes from up north, people from San Diego. So you gonna be with the North Siders, the Bulldogs, the Southerners. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know that white people had politics like black people until I went to the pen.
Really?
I didn't know it was a difference between Peckerwoods and skinheads. So when I get to the pen, like the
Peckerwoods are non-racist.
they say I was talking to him. He said they don't dislike black people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then in this particular pen, the rest of the white boys, if it's a green light on the Peckerwoods because they was told not to program with the Bulldogs, which is in Fresno, because the white boys rock with the Southern. Some stupid shit I don't really care about, but right, I'm like, damn, it's different grades. Like you got gangsters, neighborhood Crips, Paros, Bloods. They got skinheads, rednecks, Peckerwoods. Like they got different little, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the Nazi lowriders. You got the Aryan brother. They gang bang too. Like you know what I'm saying? They got inner beefs with each other. Like, but see, back to AD, bro. You ain't been to the pen, so you don't know. Nigga, they gang banging in San Diego. It ain't just the San Diego Zoo out there, nigga. Like for real.
I just feel like it's crazy wherever you go in the world. I don't put nothing past nobody and nowhere. They can get active anytime, any day.
Hey, you ain't got to answer this if you don't want to, right? I'm just gonna piggyback off Wax said. Wax said the blicky went off. The Jean Paul started jumping up and down. He pulled his pants down and ran out, and then he just said he was shot. You don't want to elaborate, or you ain't got to, but
you know. I saw a clip of like a girl that's like related to him on Pun Stream, and like they were all talking about that. They were saying like Dejan got shot at No Jumper, and she said, "The fuck? Like I'm like best friends with his mom or some shit." Like she's like, "That's not true. If that was true, I would have heard about it." And that's what I'm saying. Like if somebody got shot in my office, I feel like I would know about it.
After I heard that shit from out of Whack, I called Flacco. I'm like, Flacco, what happened? Right. Okay. The gun went off, and you know he put his pants down. It looked like a rash. I said a rash. I said, you know, with a gunshot, did he get grazed? You know, what a gunshot would look like? Like a rash. Man, you know, Flacco could almost be a comedian though. People don't know that.
He might have just had a rash. I don't know, but nobody got shot at.
Did he put down his pants?
Not that I saw.
He wanted to be a part of
that is entirely made up.
Okay, Wack was being putting extras.
I think Wack is just having fun with it. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you trying to audition for Plugtalk.
Nah, I don't know.
He can't be a part. No Plugtalk.
I don't think that he would be interested in that, but I don't know.
The nigga that you did the April Fool's shit with, he'd do it. He'd do a scene with the nigga DeJean Paul.
Yeah, he should be so lucky.
Oh, weak, man. No, I just had to get that out the way. I didn't know if you wanted to elaborate on that.
No, that shit all cap. I don't know.
I wanted to ask you earlier because when we were talking about the police, I was just letting y'all get it off. But talk that out. But do you see now, like, do you look at the police differently now that you kind of surround yourself with a lot of like people that have been in and out of prison system?
Hold on, how did you look at him before?
I don't know. I don't know because. You know, he's from being from New Hampshire, and then actually getting the experience at firsthand or hearing these stories firsthand over and over and over. I think after so many times, you're gonna look at stuff differently. Like
of all the rappers I interview and shit, they don't usually end up complaining about the cops too much. To be totally real, like I had a lot of negative dealings with the cops when I was younger, riding bikes and shit, and especially like just getting kicked out of places and getting tickets for riding places and being places wherever we weren't supposed to be and shit. But I mean, honestly, like. Once in a while, I hear some crazy ass stories from rappers about some bad situations they have with the cops, but I don't know. Maybe I'm out of touch, but I don't really feel like they end up talking about it that much. I don't know. Is the grudge against the LAPD strong these days?
Police, period.
It is. Okay.
Police, but when she asked that, I about to say, so I thought you might have heard something before.
No, actually, I've never actually heard you talk. I just wanted to know, did you ever have like any type of view of the police at one point, and then you kind of like, all right, now I see what people be talking about.
Hey, but he was the biggest fuck up in New Hampshire though.
But like honestly though, all right, this is the thing. I got arrested like 3 or 4 times while I was in high school, but like mostly for graffiti and like vandalism and shit. And then
what the fuck was you tagging, bro?
Trains, actually, primarily. But then also I got caught behind this random fucking building one time, spray painting and shit. But either way, like like after that, like by the time I turned 18, I didn't get arrested really. Like after that, I got arrested one time, but the case dismissed, whatever. And it's like I never really had that much dealings with the cops as an adult. Like when I was young, when I was a juvenile, for sure. But as soon as I turned 18. Aside from getting like little tickets riding bikes and shit, like I always kind of done a good job not having to like really deal with the cops that much.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, especially because you're super tatted. So, like.
But I feel like the no criminal record thing, because like it was all when I was juvenile. Like I feel like that is like the number one thing. When I get pulled over, is like they figure out I don't got a criminal record and they just forget about everything else. They don't even care. The car smells like weed, whatever. if you don't have a criminal record, they just.
So you never had no crazy run-ins since you've been living in LA, like with the police or anything like that, like being stereotyped, having tattoos, anything.
You ride in the car, brick baby and shit, you will.
No,
Yeah, I've never been.
Knock on wood for you though.
I mean, I never really drove
happen.
around. Well, I mean, I guess I got on like parties with them and shit, but I'm not like driving down Slauson with Brick Baby.
You know, last year coming from YG show, last year February, I went to jail, bro. I got put over. The homegirl had a gun in her car. They took her. They put me in the back of the. I'm just speed it up. They put me in the back of the police car. Also, they let the other little homegirl go, but they told my little homegirl that I'm taking him because he's being a pussy. He's lying about being blind. They thought I was lying, bro.
What?
So this what I want to know, because they say body cams is like paperwork these days. You know what I'm saying? So if I go back to February 2nd last year, and get that, I got a case, right? Because you said this, bro. Like, I went to jail for being blind.
Shit, it makes sense to me. But
I need a consultant.
I mean, like, how can you arrest somebody for lying about being blind, even if you were?
He thought I was lying, bro. He was
charge.
asking them, how long have you known them? So at this point, he thinking I'm lying to them, and I got them under false pretense. You know what I'm saying?
So when you get pulled over, like your ID and nothing, or your name is ran in the system, it doesn't say that you're blind or anything like that?
I mean, shit. You could tell by the picture, probably. I mean, but nigga, I don't know how it might say Inglewood Family Gangster Bloods, Munchie B or something. I don't know. I ain't no probation no more. I've been to the penitentiary and all that little shit. But I ain't got shit, nigga. You feel me? Nigga, if you pulling us over, talk to her. You shouldn't even be asking me for nothing. Just anybody probation, no. And then after that, you know what I'm saying? You took me to jail for nothing. I have to bail out. I'm still paying that bill.
Damn. That's grimy.
Yeah, I might need help with a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? We're going to sue the fuck out of LAPD. Real.
Yeah, but I feel like, I don't know. I never really, like, I got pulled over one time in the last 5 years.
Damn, that's good.
That's a good ratio, right? I don't
Yeah,
know how
that's
I did
good.
it.
That
I'd
is
be on my
good.
phone.
What about you, Mariah?
Oh, I'm scared to say. When the last time I got pulled over?
I also don't even see cops,
Where you live at?
like, driving to work. I almost never see them, which to me is very unique because in New York, it felt like there were cops everywhere.
Yeah, New York does. They have them like.
It does have the
every
highest
corner.
like percentage of cops in the whole country and shit. But like, all right, you know what I realized I never wanted to commit any crimes ever again is I was in New York and a UPS truck pulled up and it just looked totally normal, and then a bunch of fucking undercovers rush out of the UPS truck and the like blue lights like turn on the UPS truck. Like the whole thing was like an undercover operation, raiding this like drug house or something. That's what I assume it was. In that moment, I was like, these cops are way too good. I don't ever want to be like trying to pull anything off over here because they just like, they got too many resources. I never see any crazy like detectives undercover type shit going on out here.
Did you ever watch The Wire?
I love The Wire.
Okay,
That
so
was one of the greatest experiences of my life.
Always
watching
bring
that
the
shit.
wire up. Now I
because
just gotta watch
you
it.
have because
so
let me
good.
tell you, this makes me not want to play with the police.
But
that
them type of police is out here too, though.
They do have that type of
Yeah,
shit.
they up on the light poles just chilling and shit, doing nothing.
Oh, really?
Like acting like they, you know what I'm saying?
Everything is a police to me, and I've never been in trouble. Everything's a police to me. I'd be like, I watched The Wire when I was a kid, and I watched it. I started rewatching. I'm like, yep,
They didn't tell you the notorious story with the dude that's from Crip Mac hood that had the camera in his chain, taking his homies down.
For real?
Yeah, like I don't want to say the wrong name, and they be like, nigga, that wasn't me, that was something. So,
Yeah,
but he from that area and shit. Brick probably know about it. Like,
Oh shit.
yeah, hell yeah, like no, these police is sophisticated. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I don't break laws. I break bitches' backs.
That's right.
interesting.
No, that's it. I'm a podcaster now.
Oh, you're making me thankful that I ain't had like legal problems because it's like that's the number one thing you need to do if you want to be happy in life is you gotta fucking not get smoked and not end up in a bunch of legal bullshit. We all seen that.
No, I'm about to get security around me that carry a gun.
I know you don't know this, but you're wearing all blue and I'm wearing all red. So
I was, I thought I was gonna say that a long time ago, but I was like, I'm gonna let when they see this, they're gonna say it themselves.
Hey, look, I wear blue on purpose, right? Because people be sending me like merch and stuff. Don't typecast me, bro. I don't gotta wear red every day, bro. You can send me gray, blue, and
that's it.
and shit like that. But all right,
But you wouldn't rock all orange?
if the fit cool, you can't wear all orange like you wear all blue because you like a carrot or something. But I'll wear some orange shoes with like a cool hoodie or something, like, you know what I'm saying?
It looks like you're trying to do it on purpose. It looks like intentional.
Or it's something I got to get to. But before I get to that, because I was watching Suspect, when y'all went to that little party and everybody be one of the porn parties. I need an invite. For sure, I need to participate in one of them things.
Man, sometimes I go to porn parties and it's just weak as fuck, and sometimes you go to a porn party and it's so lit that everybody else hits you up and gets mad at you for not inviting them.
Mariah, you gonna come?
Shit.
A porn party?
Yeah.
No.
You gotta get out you know what I'm saying?
It's not like people are doing porn there. It's just a bunch
They just half naked.
There's just girls there who do porn, but there's a bunch of normal people too. You would get, they'll all be like, oh my God, you're so cute. Because they could like feel it on you that you're not a threat to their livelihood.
Yeah, maybe just to be like an innocent bystander, to be interested, like, because I'm very interested.
You're my assistant.
Okay, that'll work.
They're not gonna hold you to any standard. They're not gonna like try to see what you're, you know.
I just come with me because it watered me down. Since I look like this member and you're kind of like PG-13, you know what I'm saying?
Do I look innocent? If I look innocent, I'm with it.
Girl, boo. All right, look. That's what I wanted to ask, right? Cease and desist. We already know the Snoopy badass cease and desist was Street TV, not gonna happen. They can't even spell this shit right on there. But what happened with that cease and desist? Is it a threat? Is it a real thing? Did you have to take anything down or what?
So we got a cease and desist from Big U, basically about the Loose Cannon interview, and I gave it to my legal team, had them review it, and they basically said that that his case was at the very least decent. In terms of like the accusations that were put out there by Loose Cannon were, you know, not the kind of thing that was necessarily going to be protected by our free speech. They were saying that, yeah, there's a pretty good chance that I could beat it if we took it to court, but taking it to court is going to cost realistically hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, there's a chance that we could have said, all right, fuck it, we're taking it to court, and the Big U could have said, all right, I don't want to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on my side, so I'm going to just give up or whatever. But we, after reviewing it, we decided that probably it was a better idea to just take the shit down, so that's what we did.
Right.
Have you ever had to take any other videos off before for something?
We got a cease and desist from Tristan Thompson because there was a girl on the podcast who was talking about fucking him while he was with what's her name, Kardashian, Khloe, I think. And to be honest, like I was drinking on that podcast, and I don't really pay attention to the Kardashians and shit, so like I didn't really like even understand that what she was saying was like a big deal. And it ended up going super viral on all the blogs and everything. And then we got a cease and desist from his legal team, basically not happy about it.
So I could have sent you a cease and desist when Draco was talking about me on your platform.
Well, he didn't even say your name, so that seems like it would be kind of a tough sell.
I wouldn't have did it, but I'm just saying, nah, I wouldn't have had no case.
In theory, like, I mean, you know what's a crazy one is that after Kendrick put out a whole song calling Drake a pedophile, I mean, he probably could just sue him, right? Like, I mean, if you write an article and say that about somebody without any evidence,
he can't sue him because the burger girl on stage, you asked her how she was. She said she was 17. She said, damn, you got a body and you kissed her. But this is what I'm going to say, and I said this 3 times before, and I hope this gets to law, people that write bills and stuff, ears. I think the legal age should be across the board, all 50 states, because he's from Canada, where if you're 16, you're an adult. And then when he did the shit with the girl, he's in Colorado, where 17, you're an adult. Where I'm from is 18, so I'm trained at 18, you're an adult. If I was raised in Canada and I went everywhere else, I'm gonna think 16-year-olds is fair game.
right?
This where he came up all his life. So you confusing people, bro, and you confusing the demographics, the people, whatever how you want to call it. With this, the state to state, the laws is different.
Because regardless of what the law is anywhere, I feel like in the court of public opinion, it's 18. And nobody's trying to hear nothing otherwise. They don't give a fuck what country you're in, what state you're in, is 18.
So people that never been outside of Canada, they don't care about this 18 thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I believe that like in some European countries, the whole, like they don't take this conversation serious at all. Like they think that this is like a weird thing for us to be arguing about. Okay,
say if Adam played for the Toronto Raptors, that's in Canada. Okay, now you done blapped down the 16-year-old. You done took her down.
This is a nice hypothetical for me.
Now you done traveled to L.A. and then you got to hold it to some blogger you beefing with, and he fucked a 16-year-old. But it's legal out there. He played basketball in Toronto and he's from there.
I can't imagine personally. I would never want to get anywhere close to it. We don't fuck with girls that aren't like at least 20, 21 for the porn shit.
I was gonna ask you, is there like a certain age that you just won't deal with because?
I mean, there might be like an exception where we fucked with some girl who's like 19 or some shit, but generally we try to stick to like 20, 21s. It's kind of weird when they're like fresh into the game, like brand new 18. That's a little.
Hey, for the record, so y'all don't come for me, bro. My daughter about to be 18 this year. I don't even, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying they should make the same law all 50 states, you know what I'm saying? So it won't confuse anybody and nobody morals is discombobulated, twisted up. You know what I'm saying?
That would be good.
I just think that's a crazy thing to throw on people. Like I hate that word.
What?
The pedophile word. I
Pedophile?
just hate that word.
Yeah, but you want to know something? Like, there was a rapper that I fucked with back in the day, right? And he was fucking with this girl, and somebody DM'd me and was like, yo, your homie's like fucking with a 16-year-old. And he was like pretty young. Like, he probably was like 18, 19. So I told him, and he's like, yeah, I got a contract signed with her parents. Like, he had like preemptively like sent her parents paperwork to sign to like acknowledge that it was cool.
He was 18, 19.
Yeah, he wasn't like that much older than her, but he was like rich. So he got paperwork signed to like.
Okay, so he was
sure he
18,
was
19, and she was like, what, 16?
I think she was 16.
That's not bad. But he was rich, so he had to cover his ass.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I always like to, and I'm not consenting or saying anything's okay, but I was a teen parent. So you're in high school with people that are older than you, and it's possible that it can happen. I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm just saying that it's very possible that you're going to be in school around your peers could be 19 sometimes.
I'm gonna just throw this out there, even though I don't really like to admit it though. Before we get up out of here, when you I believe when you get put on the gang, you're emancipated. You're an adult at this point, because you might be 15. You say something wrong to one of the big homies is 40. He gonna knock you on your ass. It don't matter about your age. Now females that get put on the hood, like they fresh, and then you got these older niggas looking at them. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, the little homegirl got a little ass on her, or they want to mess with the big dog and they messing with a big homie. And I think everybody, especially if you're from LA, we all seen girls walk out to school and hop in cars with older dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it don't make it right. It don't make it right. But it takes place. You know what I'm saying?
No one's gonna admit it,
I admit it happens in the gang culture.
Yeah, but no one's gonna admit that, and people try to pretend like these things don't happen in real life. Like they try to turn the other cheek.
Well, what's been going on recently on Twitter? I feel like it hasn't really made it to the like mainstream blogs and shit, but like everybody's just calling out all these dudes who were hanging out with Rubie Rose when she was underage.
I seen that. They were talking about Travis Scott. All these other.
Was
people
she famous at the time?
Nah, because all right, so this is how I met her. Is I used to have this like BMX flop house, North Oxford Ave over there up on Western. And
hold on, what is a flop house, bro? We like bring the hoes?
Nah, it was just like me and a bunch of BMX homies lived there, and we would be having like parties basically every night and like bringing people back from the bar and just getting fucked up. It was just a crazy ass spot where it was like the house in the neighborhood that like, if you were friends with us, you could just stop by and like you just knew that there would be people just hanging out every day. Right. And so I had this one rapper I was friends with, and he came through and he had some girl with him, and I'm looking at her for a second, just wondering who she is or whatever, but I didn't even think anything of it. And then like the next day, somebody told me like, that girl he was with, like, and it was Rubie Rose, and like they're like, she's underage. I'm like, oh shit. So that's how I met her.
This before the fame.
But then, right after that, a couple months later, boom, she's in the Bad and Bougee video. So she was in the Bad and Bougee video when she was underage.
She was.
Yeah.
I just seen a clip of that too. I think a lot of her stuff is circulating.
She was fucking with all these other dudes from Atlanta around that time. So like she was fucking with my homie. I don't even know if he knew. She was like 17, I think.
How old is she now?
25, something like that. This was like 2014, 2015.
She was young when she was with Playboy Cardi, right? She was pretty young.
Because she talked about fucking him underage when she was underage on Vlad. But it's weird, like nobody really give a fuck. I don't know. People don't make that big a deal out of it,
It's so tricky to like poke at something like if she's not tripping, her family's not tripping, then
what the thing about it though is that I believe that somebody like Cardi or Travis Scott would never in a million years fuck with an underage girl now because they got so much to lose. They probably got people around them that are going to check everybody's ID or whatever, but they weren't famous at that time. So they probably just weren't even giving a fuck. But she also could have just been tricking everybody, just lying to them,
Or niggas probably didn't care.
Yeah, they probably didn't care because they weren't really popping yet.
She had body and shit.
Because she was like a model or Instagram model or something at that time.
She was, right? Yeah. I mean, if you're a video girl in the Bad and Bougee video, you must have You must have looked all right?
No, look, not. But is our body mature at that age? Like back then, what we talking about?
I don't really remember, but probably.
I don't know. That's really tricky. I hate when these conversations come up because it's like if you say it's damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah.
You can't even be honest. So,
Hey, look, bro. We about to get up out of here. I just want everybody, man. Don't look. Ask these girls if they got an EBT card. Don't ask for ID. They got fake IDs. You gotta be 18 if you got EBT. So that's the where your EBT card? Because all these ghetto
borrow an EBT card.
No, I gotta have her name on it. Gotta have her name on it. No, because we gonna protect our brothers. But lead us out, Mariah.
well, Adam, I didn't get to pick your brain enough, but it'll happen one day. I'll get to really pick your brain. But thank you so much for coming and taking the time out to talk to us. But make sure you follow our podcast at Rich at Heart Podcast on Instagram. My Instagram _ Mariah with 4 H's. And
Hey, I did it. I came and I fucked with the Blood Podcast.
B-Team,
We
hey.
out here, B-Team. Shout out to all my gerbs.
Yeah. Hey, everybody follow up NB _ the mayor. NB _ the mayor. That's on Instagram. Then Morals Over Money 92. That's my YouTube channel. Morals Over Money 92. That's TikTok and YouTube. And everybody, y'all already know where to find the 22 store though. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Hold on. What else, Mariah?
make sure that you guys check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and that's it, right? iHeart.
Apple Podcasts, iHeart, all that good shit.
Let's go. I appreciate y'all. I feel like I might be able to make it in time. Yeah, I'm gonna make it home in time for bed.
Never thought we'd make it out, cause we didn't take the safer route. Now it's ownership and bank accounts. The beef with that